Welcome to the Coach and Crew Show, and I am your host, the coach, Charlie Kraus. And today was the A Day game. And let's just say it was played like it was double park for one. So you have to keep that in perspective in mind, where it was 8-minute quarters and the second half was 8-minute running clock. So that's part one. Part two, the defenses were intentionally vanilla. They're just straight rush, straight zone, nothing over the top, no tricky, no special. Very vanilla like. All right. It was the ones on offense versus the twos on defense, and the twos on offense versus the ones on defense. So in theory, the ones should dominate. Well, that really didn't happen. And even though you don't really look at the score on the board as the end result for these type of games, what you do look is how the progressions worked and how the passes were. And TJ Finley was penciled in as the starter, and I hope it's penciled and not inked. And listen, I've got nothing against the kid, because at the end of the day, college athletes are just that. They're kids. They're still trying and learning. Once you get to a professional, then you can argue NILs now make them professionals, but that's a different story for a different day. Yes, he threw a touchdown pass. It was late, in my opinion, and the receiver was wide open, had to come back for it. Shadrack Jackson did make the catch, did score the touchdown on the opening drive. He also had a lot of overthrows, and he had two balls that should have been intercepted. When he's playing against any other D1 school in a real life game situation, not even situation, a real life game, those are both intercepted, and one's a pick six. So that's a serious concern I still have for TJ Finley. He was still sending balls deep. He's still slow and just a lot of check downs, which, okay, if I'm fine with check downs. But then Tank also was not catching the ball out of the backfield either. And he had 6 or 7 targets, but some of them were drops. Now TJ also had some really good seam passes that are just bullet darts, and they're spot on, and he put that ball on a dime. So TJ did have some moments, but overall, you're looking at it, I'm like, ugh. Who stood out to me the most, honestly? Robbie Ashford. Okay. Why that name might ring a bell? Because he's from Hoover. He went to Oregon, couldn't really find his niche there, and then transferred back. So ironically, he's who we got back in return from Bo Nix. I kind of like Robbie Ashford a lot. He's a bigger quarterback. He's way more mobile. He's way more fast. They were blowing the whistle on him. Anytime a defender got near him, he would have easily broken those one-arm tackles. I think he just offers so much more, especially when our receivers are little and just not making plays either. Shadrack Jackson was our main target of the day, and didn't really, besides the touchdown catch, really have anything too over the top exciting to write home about. Adding to a little depth at the receiver position, and I'm sure his name will be far down the depth chart, unfortunately. Tommy Naismith actually had a pretty good game. I was impressed by his catches. But who might be one of our go-tos all year long for the second year in a row? A tight end. Who'd have thunk that in Auburn history? John Samuel Schenker Schmidt. La, 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 la. No. John Samuel Schenker, he looks like to be what he was exactly last year for us again. And so I expect to see more of that. Like I said, the defense really wasn't told to do much. The O-line, there was a lot of yellow flags, a lot of holding penalties. So that's got to get cleaned up over the summer. No way that can handle. Auburn's got a tough schedule. They got a favorable September, but they've got a tough schedule. And this thing could turn south fast if they're not careful. So hopefully they'll make some smart decisions at some key positions. We'll see what happens. Please give me your thoughts on the A-Day game. I have the one positive, everything everybody can agree on. At least we weren't in Kentucky where it was snowing. So that's my thoughts and my takeaways. Share your thoughts and get us a subscribe, please. War Eagle, and thanks for watching.